Hello. I think we're living in the best of times for learning languages. Having a teacher is certainly an option. However, if you want to do it on your own, you can do it on your own. It all comes down to your passion, your patience, and your smarts. So maybe some of my tips that I'm going to share with you today will help you streamline your own learning process. Tip number 1, you gotta travel. And I don't mean to be sharing platitudes. Duh, it's kind of obvious, but yeah, get yourself a passport and go places. Why? Well, simply because our mind functions in a very different mode while we're out there. We tend to cherish every moment of our travel. We pay attention to every small detail, and things we hear tend to stay with us longer. A simple, basic conversation with a native speaker in their environments can produce better results than months of studying. And a phrase you hear only once would stay with you for the rest of your life. If you're not a wealthy person or some kind of digital nomad that travels all the time, chances are it wasn't easy for you to get to travel abroad. You were probably forced to spend months or years saving that money just to spend it all in 1-2 weeks. This is a good factor because we don't take our experience for granted. Your memory works better, and I get it. Financial situation, the economy, well, figure something out. Find a sugar daddy or something. Or maybe you can skip in that chai latte at Starbucks once in a while and save that money. Because if you are up for the task, if you're serious about really getting good at some language, you have to put some extra effort into it anyhow. Tip number 2, you gotta practice consistently and take advantage of every opportunity. Let's say you speak English and you came to Italy to practice Italian. Simply refuse to communicate in English. Let's say you're insecure about your Italian and people you talk to see that and try to help you out by switching to English. Do not respond in English. Don't be afraid. It doesn't matter that you make a lot of mistakes, you mispronounce words. Recently, I traveled to Italy, and actually that was my first time in the country, although I have invested considerable time and energy into learning Italian before. So I was kind of mentally prepared, and I really was eager to practice. So I refused to speak English to any native speaker, and what a surprise! That actually helped. I did improve my pronunciation, I did correct my mistakes, and I've learned a lot of small expressions, things that you just won't learn at home because they're not at textbooks.
In Italia quando non sai dire qualcosa, devi dire boh. Cioè, tu adesso hai chiesto quanto vecchie sono queste mura? Boh, chi lo sa? Devi dire chi lo sa.
Campo Marzio qua, se vuoi comprarti della droga di pessima qualità, vieni qua. E questa è la zona più dangerous della città comunque, ma in realtà non è dangerous.
For example, I have friends in Italy, but them and I are used to communicating in English. This time, as I was determined to practice Italian, I was feeling a bit insecure. I didn't know how it was going to turn out when we meet up. And as soon as we met up, we switched to Italian and never got back to English again. Like a minute later, that felt completely natural and comfortable.
Ci sono dei giovani, dei studenti, c'è un sacco di cose da fare, come i club, i bar, tutti i parchi.
Quanti abitanti?
Più di 1 milione.
They even said, wow, we didn't know you could speak Italian, to which I said, actually, I had no idea either. So that was a big confidence boost. Of course, I made a lot of mistakes and mispronounced words, and my vocabulary was limited, but that's not the point. Just having the balls to open your mouth and start speaking, that could save you months of study at home.
Allora, ieri ho parlato con un ragazzo napoletano e gli ho detto che anche se vorrei tanto viaggiare a Napoli, ho paura di essere rubato. E lui mi ha risposto, non preoccuparti, a Napoli non ti rubano, ti ammazzano.
This is especially important for those who have never done it before. those whose previous experience didn't involve communication with the native speakers. Because the moment you approach a stranger, maybe you're asking them for directions or just ordering food in a restaurant, the moment you open your mouth and the first words are coming out of your mouth, be it bonjour, ça va, or hola, ¿qué tal, or whatever, and you get your first response, your mind goes, oh my God, this is real. It's happening. You know, suddenly you see the clear connection between all that previous effort and the real thing and the results. It does somewhat feel like the first contact with an alien, and I'm not kidding. Tip number 3, you need to get angry once in a while. Yes. A lot of people make a mistake of trying to avoid frustration in their learning process. That is wrong. Frustration is your friend, which plays a crucial role. It weeds out the weak and further motivates the stronger ones. Make no mistake about it, learning language is hard. And if someone is telling you otherwise, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Or they're lying to get something from you. Maybe someone is advertising a language course that will turn you into a native speaker in 3 months. In fact, that is never going to happen. You will be somewhat dissatisfied with your language skills for the rest of your life. This is the red pill of language learning that you will have to swallow. And if you're not happy about it, go cry to your mama. Or you could toughen up a bit and progress. For example, I struggle with French. I don't know why, but it's been the hardest language I've ever attempted to learn. I can kind of speak it, but here's what happened. After Italy, I traveled to Switzerland, to La Romandie, the French part. And if my Italian was okay, my French, not so much. I tried to grab videos of me speaking French, but I was so embarrassed and didn't want anyone around to hear me, so I was doing it very quietly.
Il n'y a pas Wi-Fi au bord de ce train parce que pratiquement tout le pays a déjà l'accès à les réseaux de 4G illimité. Finalement, je suis arrivé à la Chaux-de-Fonds, une ville francophone, et dans 5 minutes, je me vais retrouver avec mon ami.
And while I was talking to the Swiss in French, they were nice to me and condescending and patient.
Pratiquement, c'est comme bed and breakfast.
Oui, c'est ça. C'est comme le loyer, il est payé, on te donne à manger et tu peux aller travailler et gagner de l'argent. C'est bien.
C'est parfait. La bonne vie.
While I was listening to their conversations, I was lost.
Ouais, exactement. Donc, tu vois, si t'as 5 minutes pour dire blabla et puis qu'on peut juste faire un tour en 10 minutes, après moi je veux l'amener de façon au lac et puis au prévu dans toutes ces conneries. Donc, parce qu'il aime trop le fromage, que du coup j'ai fait ah mon pote, t'as dans le fromage, on se fait une petite raclette. Il me fait ah mon gars, je viens de l'Aisin, il y avait 7 raclettes différentes, raclette de chèvre, raclette à l'ail, raclette d'autres trucs. Il dit là, déjà on peut faire ça, mais surtout, pourquoi se priver? On peut faire une fondue et une raclette.
Puis Jonas, c'est sympa?
Non. Non, ils ont passé une nuit de merde.
Ah ouais?
Sa gamine, elle s'est réveillée toutes les heures apparemment. Et puis du coup, il pouvait pas.
Ouais, je m'étonne.
Mais demain, du coup, on va faire cette raclette là.
Ouais,
Ah, mais toi, t'es pas là en fait.
non, on va faire tout demain.
Ah, visiter la famille.
Ouais.
Sometimes I was able to understand as little as maybe 30% of what they were saying.
On a vécu en Russie on a toujours bu des vodkas qui étaient a priori de la vodka puis pas de l'eau de Cologne quoi. Mais en Angleterre là l'autre fois on crachait chez un type qui était vraiment une espèce de un mec hyper pessimiste, ultra déprimé, qui tout le faisait chier, puis du coup il s'identifiait lui-même à une forme de clochard d'anglais comme il y a dans les... Enfin, il s'identifiait vraiment à ça, une espèce de pauvre british dégueulasse, junkos, puis il avait toute cette culture-là, puis il voulait nous faire boire un truc, c'était du cidre blanc, ou c'est un espèce de truc blanc. Puis...
Ridiculous. And that got me pissed off and frustrated. What was I doing all this time? Why? What the f***? I don't understand.
That is pissing me off.
Well, for starters, maybe because I didn't take French seriously enough. That I neglected my routine, ignored grammatical rules, and didn't listen enough, didn't practice enough. All of that. And that made me reevaluate my learning tactic. Embrace it. Anger is your friend. It motivates you. You cannot avoid it, but you can take advantage of it. Tip number 4, have fun. Laugh, crack jokes, play with accents, play with words, have a good time. You know, laugh at yourself, laugh at other people, make fun of their accents, the mistakes they make, hurt their feelings, whatever. Because having discipline and determination is great. But this is not rocket science and not a military boot camp. There are no yelling drill sergeants. And you kind of need to overcompensate all that frustration with joy. Otherwise, if all you experience is frustration and struggle in your learning process, you will inevitably quit. I guarantee you that. Personally, I talk funny all the time. I play with words, I play with accents, I exercise it. I talk funny when I'm home alone and no one hears me. And sometimes I talk funny in public and make people laugh. Awesome. I'm having a good time.
Ouh là là, l'étranger. Je vais de la France. Paris, égalité, fraternité, liberté. Ce merde. Incroyable. Ma guardi che bellezza, cazzo. Oh jeez, it's not moving. It's not breathing. We've lost him, Cap.
So this is the bathroom, okay? And this is the view from the bathroom. So you've got the idea. The entire city of Vicenza can watch me take a crap. If that's not a privilege, I don't know what the privilege is.
Понимаете, без мата, не получается. Потому что это просто Hey Pony, you know they're gonna eat you. Oh yeah, you're gonna be a delicious sausage. Mmm. Salut France, salut Macron. Ça va? Hey kitty kitty, don't be afraid. Tandoori e mugadai, aperto tutti i giorni.
Let me just get this clear. This city has slightly less than 40,000 residents and has a better developed infrastructure than my hometown of over 1 million residents. What the...
And that's it for today. Go out there and conquer the world. You're very welcome.